After years.
What you're passing? What are you passing?
After years. After years.
How many years?
What are you doing? After years.
How many years?
Wow.
How many years? Now lie, no more years.
4 years.
16 to 17, 17 to 18, 18 to 19, 19 to 20.
20 to 21.
No, 21. How many days?
Hello, people. What's up? What? How? What? Okay, so if you're new here, my name is LiQWYD, and it's nice to meet you. I basically am about travel, which is mainly what this channel is all about. Then lifestyle, where I get to share some part of my life with you, and then faith, because I'm a Christian, so I talk about that, and I encourage basically that. So today I'm going to talk about something that is sort of controversial. Yes, because if you get to find out, you'll be like, why did you decide to do this? But yes, that's what I decided to do. So, and that is what, moving back home. I moved back home. Yes, I did move home. Moving from Europe to Nigeria. I did. And this is something I've wanted to do for a long time, but I just kept thinking like, okay, should I go ahead with this, or should I, keep it? Should I not? I've just been in this should I not dilemma for a very long time, up until last year in September, when I decided that I was not going to stay in Europe anymore and I was going to come back home. So it started like in 2018 when I finished with my masters, and I was just in between, okay, should I stay, should I leave, should I stay, should I leave? And then I decided to pray about it. Even before then, I started praying about it. I decided to pray about it, seek counsel, and then I just felt this peace, and I felt this settlement. Like I just felt this thing inside of me that I should stay. So I decided to stay, and I wasn't really sure what I was going to do next, if I was going to continue with my education or job, which I did get a job. Like I think after a month or 2 months, I got a job. So I started pushing for that job. I even went to do some summer job in another country for that job, and I got to the job, and after I fell sick, which I'm going to tell you much later. I fell sick, and then lost the job. After some time, lost the job, and then I was now in between. That was even when my parents were like, no, at this point you need to come home, because you can't stay there anymore. Like you've tried Italy, you've tried somewhere else that is not Italy, and you've tried this other country. So why stay there? Like, why do you have to waste your time there? Oh, by the way, the other country, the last country I tried before moving back to what is it called? Italy, is called Czech Republic. I'm going to talk about it. I was supposed to do a video on it before this one, just that I was slammed with a lot. So forgive me. So yeah, I then lost that job in Czech, and I just had to leave. Like there was nothing I could do there, because I mean, if you lose a job, you're given some time before you can leave and whatnot. So I had to come back to Italy and all of that. I got back to Italy and started trying, okay, whether to. I was now in between. I was confused at that point. To be sincere, I was confused. And I then just said, okay, let me give it some time. In between giving it some time and, thinking and whatnot, lockdown came. And when lockdown came, you all know, there was no traveling. That was how I stayed up until like summertime, even before the summertime. And I decided, okay, let me get myself something that's going to help me to, stay back in this place. Of course, not the kind of jobs that we were doing, because most times, like seriously, most times what you just get to do is, what is it called? Like just jobs that you're just getting money out of it, and you're not really fulfilled out of the job. That's just the truth. So I did those jobs when I was in school. I did those jobs when I was in school, but then I didn't want to. It's not something I wanted to do long term. Maybe for 6 months or 1 year, max for 2 years if I had to, just for the money. But not something I wanted to do long term. Even 2 years is a lot, honestly. For 1 year at most. But then I wasn't even getting anyone. Coupled with the fact that you also need to speak language. So that aside, I wanted to do that. That didn't work. And then that was the period I told you guys that I needed social media break. I was already on social media break when that idea came to me. I was just watching one video from LiQWYD Solutions. That is LiQWYD Adejumo, the daughter-in-law of Funke Adejumo, Lumida's wife. So yes, I was just watching her video and she was talking about how that you can't waste this year just because we're in lockdown does not mean that people are not doing things and all of that and all of that. So I decided to do something in my life. That was what I decided to do. And then it didn't work. So I just decided that if this doesn't work, that was my last trial. If it doesn't work, I was just going to leave. So I left. Long story short, I left. And I left last month on the 8th of January and I arrived on the 9th of January. So it's been about a month. Say about a month thereabout. Yes, so that's that aside. Okay. I've spoken about why I was in between coming back, not coming back. Now these were the other reasons why I couldn't come. The things that were, sort of the reasons. These were the reasons why I decided to leave. Number one is lack of job. Like there was no job. Like if you have to do a job, like I said earlier, you have to do something that you don't feel so good about. You're just doing it because you need money. You're just doing it because you just want to earn something. And that's not what I went to school for. That's not, apart from even going to school, that's not what I think I'm going to fulfill doing. Because people always say, okay, do a job or a work that you feel good about, you're passionate about. Do you understand? So it's not something I see myself doing on the long run. Do you understand? So that was why I just had to decide to leave. Secondly, the living condition. It wasn't the best, like for real. It wasn't the best because I never had like my own home. It was either renting with someone or attaching to someone's apartment or attaching in a room or one attachment or the other, and that wasn't like how I wanted. Neither were my parents very happy with that. Another one is I have to check. Rejuvenation. Yes, I needed to come back. You know what distance relationship does to you, like whereby you don't communicate as you should and like things start getting somehow. That's just how it started getting back home. So I needed to come home and rejuvenate, basically. You understand what I'm talking about? Yes, with my parents, with my siblings, with friends and family around. Yes, I needed to do that. That was another thing. Then I also had peace within me. I also had peace, just like I had peace back then to stay. I had peace to come back. Like I didn't even care about what anybody wanted to say to me, because some people were like, "Oh, maybe you should still stay. Maybe you should still try out something. Maybe." But within me, I knew that I've tried everything I could try, and I was not ready to try anything anymore. Do you know? Because I don't even want to start going into details of every single thing I did. But just know that I've tried. Like I have tried. Work-wise, I tried. Study-wise, I tried. Like seriously, I knew I had tried everything. Some people were even saying to me that when I was trying to apply for my PhD, I should also get I should also try applying for masters. But I knew that I didn't want to do another masters. And me going to apply for masters now means that I just want to do it just for me to be able to stay. I didn't want that. I wanted to be motivated to do whatever I want to do, like be doing with all of my heart. If you've seen my WhatsApp, status, like my personal status or something, not like the one you post for 24 hours. I wrote passionate, all or nothing, passionate, all or nothing, something like that. And that's because I like to put in my all. Either I'm doing everything like in my heart, or I'm not even doing it at all. Because if I'm just struggling to do it, I don't feel like there's a blessing in it. I don't feel like I will even be happy with myself. You get it? Yeah. And finally, marriage. Yes, marriage. The thing is, now it's not even me that is having this in mind. It's like the people that are around me, especially the elderly women. Oh, goodness. There's this particular woman that was saying to my mom that my husband is not in Europe. My husband is in Nigeria. Well, I need to come back home. My husband is not there. There's nothing I'm going to be doing there looking for husband. My husband should come back home. I've been looking for husband. The husband locating me. Which one is it? My husband is not in, what is it called? My husband is in Nigeria. I need to come back home. She said it like a couple of times to my mom, and it was something. And she was not the only one. Some people were actually coming directly to me. Like, you need to make up your mind. What are you doing? One of my family members, she actually reacted like really seriously when I told her what was happening and like the dilemma I was in and everything. She was like, What will you be here? When you go back home and go and find better man, what will okay, better man, like for those of you who are not Nigerians, it's like a good man, you know? I was like, okay, alright. So yes, much as this is not really like one of my top, I would even say top 3, yes, but well, it's there. It's like at the back of my mind. It's somewhere. Like I know that okay, I'm growing up and I would like to do life with someone, because I mean that's what I think that marriage is all about. It's not for procreation. It's not so that people will say, oh, you're finally married. It's not so that you will tick the list. Yes, because it's something that you are definitely going to do. Like everybody's going to get married. One of my friends might say, you know, a do or die affair, and honestly, it's not even a do or die affair. So you understand, like it's definitely going to happen. It's just that some people get to do earlier, some people get to do later. So it's just how it's just going to be. How it's just going to be. And so yeah, I'm not like so concerned about it, because I have some other things that are top of my list. Like people that are close to me really know that the things that are like my priorities are not like, they are serious things. I'm being for real. I need a job. I need money. I need to make investments. I'm being for real. I need to make investments. Or even if I don't even work to the point of making investments, at least I need to be like financially independent. You know, in this day and age, you don't need to now be dependent on your, like for me, that is still not my parents. My parents forever. I don't need to be dependent on my to-be husband or, you know, man or whatever. I don't need to be. Do you understand? So those things are on my list, and a couple of other things. Before that, it's nice to have to do life with someone, to be with someone and whatnot. It's beautiful. But then, well, you've gotten my point. Let me stop stressing about that. Yeah, so that was, these are basically the reasons. And then my trip. Oh goodness, like I started my trip from Perugia. If you've been watching my videos, you know that my location all the while has been Perugia. Especially since I got back from the country. I told you, since I got back from Czech Republic, like I said, in 2020, I've been in Perugia up until now. And so I started that trip from there and I was supposed to go to Rome, which is where I was supposed to fly from. And it was a train ride and all. It was the longest because they had so many goodness. It was supposed to be just a normal train ride, but then I had to be using buses and whatnot. And well, thank God, most important thing is I got to my destination. Then I got to the airport. Then I made friends. Like seriously. So this is a picture of us at the airport, and this is how we were catching our cruise and having fun. This is a picture of me. See nice pictures of me, and we even became like more than this number, because we met some other people and we just helped ourselves generally. Like we were just being kind to ourselves and, you know, helping each other. And if I should tell you the story, like time is not going to permit me to tell you how we met, but we just met on the line, you know, trying to check in and all of that. That was just it. So yeah, that one. And then I got to Nigeria and all the checks. Oh yes, like I was supposed to return last year in December, like a month earlier. So I was supposed to be home like 2 months ago. Do you understand? Not even last month. But then I went for the COVID test and I tested positive. So I couldn't travel and I had to stay back and do nothing basically. And they tested negative for me to travel. And so by this time now, my passport had expired. So, and when your passport is expired, even if you have a valid document or not, you just need to have this, I think they call it CC. I'll find the full name and I'll write it. Yes, you need to have that you're going to use to pass through all of the security checks and all of that. So yeah, sorry that I'm finding myself. I'm very, very hot. That's what it represents. So I needed to have that for me to be able to pass it. So when I got to the Nigerian, I think immigration, that's the immigration office. Officer, they collected it from me and then took it down and all of that. But Niger, when you get to the airport, they will want to ask you questions for, okay, so what were you doing in Italy? Italy. They don't think you have Italian wings. You don't know that this girl is just coming to go and look. She's even coming to collect your own money if possible. You don't know. So well, yeah, that was it. And then my dad sent someone to come get me from the airport. She only found me at the very last check where they were now about to take my baggage tag. I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that she was able to come. Yes, that she, came. I guess it was last minute too for her. That she came and she came to help me and whatnot. So she helped me. But because of staying in Europe for a long time, you get so used to DIYs and you just want to DIY everything. So you do everything yourself. You get it. So she was when she was saying to me, "Well, let me help you push your trolley." I was just like, "No, it's fine. It's okay. Until no strength in me because I've been carrying bags for the whole 24 hours. Finally let her help me, and then by the time we came out to the place where the car was parked, or the car had to drive closer, then my brother came and then he called me, and when he called me, honestly I didn't even know who he was. So I was like, okay, I was looking and then I later noticed he was the one. Then I hugged him and whatnot, and then we started catching up and all of that. I came home, saw my parents, saw my siblings, and it was nice. So these are some of the photos from the airline. These are some of the photos from on my back to Nigeria. These are all my back to Nigeria photos. Yes, and yes, basically that's just I was jet lagged for like how long? I was jet lagged for like a day or two before I started getting myself. Then my whole system changed. I was waking up so early, like 5 a.m. every morning. I'm up, like seriously, for the first one to 2 weeks. That was how it was happening to me. But little by little, I started getting used to it. And then the heat, oh my goodness! Like I don't miss the real cold, but I miss the coolness. Like I miss the fact that the weather will be cool, and then you don't really need to even use the air conditioner unlike Nigeria. Well, basically that's all of the gist. That's why you've not seen me on social media. That's why I've been very presently absent. So I'll post, but then you don't get to see my picture. You don't get to see my face. So yes, anyways, that's it. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for supporting. I'm sorry that I just come and go. I'm going to try to be very consistent this year. Yes. Happy New Year, by the way. I'm sorry. Imagine when I'm saying it at the end of the video. Anyways, Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for supporting me. Do not forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. When you subscribe, like it's at the red button below. When you subscribe, you also notify, you also click the notification button so you get to see everything that I post. Okay? Thank you so much. Bye. Mwah.